Prometheus, and the theft of fire. Greek mythology. In the primordial age, when the foundations of the world were yet fresh from the chaos, stood Prometheus, the son of Iapetus. He was a titan of profound foresight, whose mind reached into the shadows of what was to come. While the Olympian lords sat in their marble halls, Prometheus looked upon the race of mortal men, frail beings of clay who shivered in the dark, bereft of the means to master the wild earth. His heart was moved by a sympathy that the gods did not share, a quiet resolve to elevate the lowly spark of human life. At Mycone, the clever Titan sought to outwit the king of gods to benefit the mortals he championed. Prometheus divided a great ox into two portions. One held the rich flesh hidden beneath a lowly stomach, while the other consisted of white bones artfully draped in glistening fat. He invited Zeus, the cloud-gatherer, to choose the god's eternal share. Zeus, though wise in his own right, reached for the pile of shimmering fat, only to find the barren bones beneath. Thus, the Titan secured the nourishing meat for the sustenance of mankind. The deception at Mycone kindled a terrible fire in the breast of Zeus. In his divine retribution, the father of gods and men declared that the secret of the tireless flame would be withheld from the earth forever. He hid the fire away in the heights of Olympus, leaving the mortals to dwell in the freezing shadows of the caves, unable to cook their food or forge the tools of civilization. Zeus sat upon his throne of lightning, satisfied that the pride of the Titan had been answered with the silence of a cold world. But the foresight of Prometheus could not be extinguished by divine decree. He scaled the celestial heights in secret, treading where no mortal dared. Reaching the radiant path of the sun, or perhaps the hearth of Hephaestus, he captured a single flickering spark of the holy fire. He hid the stolen treasure within the pith of a hollow fennel stalk, shielding its brilliance from the watchful eyes of the Olympian sentinels as he descended back to the realm of men. Prometheus returned to the shivering tribes of humanity and bestowed upon them the gift of the gods. As the first hearth fires began to smoke and crackle against the night, the Titan watched as the shadows retreated. He saw a mortal man reach out toward the warmth, his face transformed by the glow of newfound power. With fire, the mortals would no longer be mere playthings of the elements. They became masters of the forge, the hearth, and the future. High upon his throne, Zeus looked down and beheld the rising plumes of smoke from 1,000 human dwellings. His nostrils caught the scent of roasted meat, and his eyes saw the glint of forged bronze. The defiance of Prometheus was laid bare before him. The king of gods rose in a fury that shook the roots of the world, his authority challenged by the very creature he had sought to suppress. The debt for this theft would be paid in a currency of eternal agony. To punish the mortals who received the flame, Zeus commanded the creation of a beautiful bane. He fashioned Pandora, a woman of exquisite grace, and endowed her with a jar containing all the sorrows of the world. She was sent as a gift to the race of men, a shimmering veil over a trap. Though she appeared as a blessing, her arrival marked the end of man's ease, ensuring that the fire they now possessed would be used in a world filled with labor and grief. For the Titan himself, Zeus reserved a more monumental torment. He commanded that Prometheus be carried to the furthest reaches of the earth, to the desolate crags of the Caucasus Mountains. There, under the biting winds and the merciless sun, the Titan was bound to the living rock with unbreakable chains of bronze. He stood upright and exposed, a monument of defiance against the vault of heaven, refusing to beg for mercy even as the iron bit into his skin. The final cruelty was delivered on the wings of an eagle, the great bird of Zeus. Every day, the predator descended to tear at the Titan's flesh, devouring his immortal liver. And every night, in the freezing silence of the peaks, the organ would regrow, only for the agony to begin anew with the rising sun. The cycle was eternal, a testament to the cost of challenging the divine order. Yet Prometheus bore the beak and talon with the silence of one who saw the end of all things. Thus sits the Titan still, in the memory of the world, the firebringer whose suffering bought the light of civilization. The myth endures as a solemn reminder of the tension between the heavens and the earth, between the authority of the gods and the spirit of the rebel. Though the chains were heavy and the eagle's shadow long, the fire he stole continues to burn in every heart that seeks the sun, unyielding and eternal.